Sometimes you have to let go of things, and sometimes you even have to let go of things you love. I have met Rusty and Sheila when they were almost 10 years old. And by the time they came into my furry family, they were already 13 and 14. Oh, my sweetheart. I have some moral support here. Rusty and Sheila. Today I want to tell you about Rusty and Sheila because they were one of the first pets coming into my life. At that age of 13 and 14, they already behaved like grandma and grandpa. They would hardly play. Sheila would not play at all anymore. You would find them snuggled up somewhere, mostly under a blanket, on the couch, in the bed, or on a human's lap. That was also one of their favorite spots, which was lovely. And both of them were very typical cat-like, in a very unique way, actually. They were different, but since they knew each other from almost the very beginning, they're not siblings, but they were so close their almost their entire lives. They were very friendly towards each other and very cuddly, actually. The first time I met them, I really had to have a closer look for who was who. But in the end, I quickly figured out that Sheila is the one with the rounder face. A very, very comic-like, beautiful face she had, that little girl. And Rusty would walk differently from Sheila. Sheila's tiny paws would be so funny, trotting over the ground. Rusty was a little bit cooler somehow. And with Rusty, the funny thing was he had this nice eyebrows because there was not that much fur above his eyes. So that was also an indicator for this is Rusty. But, you know, once you get used to how they look and how they move, you just see the difference. And I really want to emphasize both of them had a very lovely life. In early 2021, Sheila unfortunately caught a virus. Due to age, she could not fight it anymore, despite the antibiotics treatment we tried to give her. She gave us the feeling that she wanted to give up and she wanted to rest in peace after all, because she refused the second and third dose of antibiotics completely. Hello! Are you my snuggler? And it happened so suddenly and so quickly that she got so weak that we, together with the vet, decided to put her down and give her the peace she actually wanted. Rusty did miss her a lot. He was strolling through the apartment looking for her, looking for the cuddle partner he had in her. A couple of months after that, he started to turn blind, as I showed you in the last video. He also started to have dementia. That's what the doctors guessed. So at one point, late 2021, he started to run into walls, literally bang into walls with his head because he wouldn't see anymore, and there was a huge lack of orientation in that cat. And he could also not recognize us anymore, and when we would call him, he would turn his head away from us because he couldn't figure out from where the sound was coming from anymore. And then it got to a point, it's kind of hard for me to talk about this because despite the fact that they had such a great life, of course it was sad to see them suffer at the end, you know. And Rusty did suffer at the end a lot. He couldn't find neither his food nor the cat toilet. That was the last couple of weeks. So I started to take him on my lap and feed him and help him during the day. And at one point it just got so bad that we had to bring him to the doctor and discuss what to do with him. And we all agreed that we could spare him this pain and that there was no worth anymore in a life having to be fed and carried around. And I also had to wash him twice in the last week of his life, which was not a great pleasure to him at all, of course. For him, it was also for the better to have him put down. And the two of them, you know, they may rest in peace now. After digesting that the fur family was smaller now, I decided there is a little bit of space. I wanted to check shelters for maybe 1 or 2 older cats to give them a nice home for the rest of their retirement. The story turned out to end up being a little bit different, but I will tell you about this more in the next video. Probably you all know this. This is what happens when you make plans, and sometimes it seems to end up even better. Thank you for being here, although this is not the most pleasurous topic I have chosen for this video. But it was lovely that you were with me on this small journey of remembering these 2 beautiful cats who were with me for quite a while. I wish you all a wonderful time, and we see each other very, very soon. No time to take a movie, no time to come home? Sure. No. No. You just fell over.